Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by thanking the European Chamber of Commerce in Singapore for inviting me to speak at this year's Sustainability Award ceremony, and welcome the presence of Trade and Industry Minister Gan Kim Yong at this event. This is a great event to underline the importance of concrete initiatives by companies to make our economies and societies more sustainable, which in practice means making sure that through the conduct of our businesses and methods of production, we avoid causing irreparable damage for the generations to come. One of the most prominent, truly global sustainability challenges is keeping climate change in check. We've just come back from Glasgow, where COP26 was held. It was the first time the world came together in person after COVID to discuss where we are 6 years after we agreed in Paris on our common objective of keeping the warming of the planet to well below 2 degrees Celsius and ideally 1.5 degrees. We have undoubtedly made progress. However, there's still a yawning gap to bridge in emission cuts before we are on a trajectory consistent with the Paris goals. The task is tremendous and calls for the large-scale mobilization of finance, technology, and changes in behavior to achieve the transition to the low-emission society in the short time span we still have available. Put simply and starkly, to keep 1.5 degrees Celsius alive, we need to halve the world's emissions between now and 2030, which is in less than 10 years. We will only have a fighting chance to pull this off if all of us, in Europe, in Singapore, and elsewhere, deploy our ingenuity to move away from fossil fuels and use our land and forests to remove carbon. Governments around the world need to set the enabling framework for the transformation of our economies. Singapore has been at the forefront of the global green agenda, and we commend the government for its active role in bringing to a good end one of the most complicated negotiations in Glasgow, that on the creation of international carbon markets. As one of the world's premier trade and finance hubs, Singapore has understood the importance, but also economic potential of various climate initiatives, such as the Global Methane Pledge we launched at the COP and the International Platform for Sustainable Finance. Singapore is small in size and population, but thanks to its pivotal position in Asia, it can play an outsized role in climate action. Governments will need to chart the course, but ultimately it will be down to companies and households to make the difference. Companies that innovate and blaze the trail for the low emission economy must be encouraged and given due recognition. That is why initiatives like EuroCham's European Excellence in Sustainability program are precious. In all the 5 areas covered, thinking and acting bold are necessary to make progress and decouple from pollution. The laureates point to a future that works. Many thanks to them for their creativity, their efforts, and the inspiration they will give to others. I wish you a pleasant and stimulating Sustainability Awards seminar.